Stop right there before you pray another Hail Mary, before you light another candle. You need to understand something most Catholics never learn. Not all devotions to Mary carry the same weight in the spiritual war. Some are gentle, some are powerful, and 5 of them, 5 specific titles of the Blessed Virgin, make hell itself tremble. This isn't poetry, this isn't symbolism. Padre Pio knew this. He fought demons face to face for decades, and he told his spiritual children one thing over and over again: there are names of Mary that the devil cannot bear to hear. And today, you're going to learn exactly which ones. Because if you could see the invisible battlefield around you right now, the attacks on your mind, your family, your soul, you would fall to your knees. But here's the truth. You don't have to see it to fight it. If you're ready to arm yourself spiritually, to place yourself under the protection of the Mother of God in a way that makes the enemy run, then type this in the comments right now: Mary, crush the serpent's head. By typing that, you're declaring your position. You're no longer passive. You're entering the war. Now listen carefully. The Church has recognized hundreds of titles for Mary throughout history, but not all of them carry the same spiritual authority. Some are regional, some are cultural, some are beautiful, but soft. The 5 I'm about to reveal to you, these are different, these are weapons. And the reason hell hates them is simple. They represent moments when heaven broke through and the enemy was crushed. Let me show you. The first title is Our Lady of the Rosary. You've heard of the Rosary, sure. But do you know why Satan hates it so much? October 7th, 1571, the Battle of Lepanto. A Christian fleet, outnumbered, outgunned, faced the Ottoman Empire's navy. All of Europe was on the edge of falling to Islam. Pope Pius V called for a massive rosary campaign across every Catholic nation. And on that day, the impossible happened. The Christian fleet won. The Pope declared that victory was won not by swords, but by the rosary. He instituted the Feast of Our Lady of Victory, now known as the Feast of Our Lady of the Rosary. Padre Pio lived this truth every single day. He prayed the rosary constantly, not out of routine, but out of necessity. When demons would attack him physically in his cell, beating him, tormenting him, he would grip his rosary and call on Mary, and the attacks would stop. He said this: the rosary is the weapon for these times. Not a weapon, the weapon. And Scripture backs this up. Genesis 3:15, God speaking to the serpent after the fall: I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and hers. He will crush your head, and you will strike his heel. The woman is Mary, the offspring is Christ, and the crushing, that's the rosary in action. Every Hail Mary is a strike. Every decade is a battle won. When you invoke Our Lady of the Rosary, you're not just praying, you're crushing. The second title is Our Lady of Mount Carmel. This one comes with a physical sign, the brown scapula. And demons hate this piece of cloth. Why? Because it represents a promise, a covenant. Mary herself appeared to St. Simon Stock in 1251 and said, whoever dies wearing this scapula shall not suffer eternal fire. That's not a metaphor, that's a guarantee. Padre Pio wore the scapula his entire life, even when his body was covered with the wounds of the stigmata, bleeding, burning. He never removed it. He told his spiritual children, wear the scapula devoutly. It is the sign of your consecration to the Immaculate Heart of Mary. And he said something else that should shake you. I have never seen a soul wearing the scapula end up in hell. Think about that. He saw souls. He fought demons. He knew the battlefield, and he said never. Revelation 12:1 describes the woman clothed with the sun. A great sign appeared in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun with the moon under her feet and a crown of 12 stars on her head. This is Mary, clothed in divine authority. And when you wear the scapula, you're putting yourself under that same authority. The enemy can't touch you the same way. You belong to her. The third title is Our Lady of Guadalupe. December 12th, near 1531, Tepeyac Hill, Mexico. A poor indigenous man named Juan Diego encounters a woman who identifies herself as the mother of the true God. She leaves an image on his cloak, an image that defies all scientific explanation. The tilma should have decayed in 20 years. It's been almost 500 years, and it's still intact. No brushstrokes, no sketches, no underdrawing. Scientists have studied it for decades. They can't explain it because it's not from this world. When that image appeared, something broke in the spiritual realm. Within 10 years, 9 million indigenous people converted to Catholicism. The Aztec Empire, built on human sacrifice, blood, and demon worship, collapsed. The demonic stronghold over an entire continent was shattered, and it happened through Mary. Padre Pio had a deep devotion to Our Lady of Guadalupe. He kept her image in his cell. He knew that her appearance wasn't just about Mexico. It was about the entire New World. It was a declaration of war against the ancient gods of death. And those gods lost. Isaiah 7:14 prophesied this moment. Therefore, the Lord himself will give you a sign. The virgin will conceive and give birth to a son, and will call him Emmanuel. Emmanuel means God with us. And that's exactly what Guadalupe represents. God breaking into a pagan culture through his mother and bringing life. The enemy hates this title because it exposes his lies. It proves that no culture, no empire, no demonic system is too strong for heaven to destroy. The fourth title is Our Lady of Fatima. May 13th, 1917, 3 shepherd children in Portugal receive a visit from a lady more brilliant than the sun. She comes with a message, urgent, clear, and terrifying. She shows them hell, not as a concept, as a reality. The children see souls falling like burning embers, screaming, tortured forever. And Mary says, many souls go to hell because there is no one to pray and make sacrifices for them. This isn't theology. This is intelligence from the front lines. Padre Pio lived through the Fatima era. He understood the message deeply, especially the call to reparation, to the Rosary, to consecration to the Immaculate Heart. He told his spiritual children, Fatima is the last warning. If we don't listen, the consequences will be catastrophic. And he was right. Look at the world now. Abortion, atheism, apostasy, everything Mary warned about at Fatima is happening. But here's the hope. She also gave the solution: prayer, penance, consecration. Sue, Thessalonians 2:10-11 warns us, they perish because they refuse to love the truth and so be saved. For this reason, God sends them a powerful delusion so that they will believe the lie. That delusion is everywhere now. But Fatima gives us the antidote, the truth spoken directly from heaven. And when you invoke Our Lady of Fatima, you're aligning yourself with that truth. You're refusing the lie. The fifth title is Our Lady of Sorrows. This is Mary at the foot of the cross, watching her son die. Her heart pierced, not by a physical sword, but by a spiritual one. Simeon prophesied this in Luke 2:35, a sword will pierce your own soul too. And it did. Every lash on Christ's back, Mary felt. Every nail, every thorn, every moment of his agony, she suffered it all. Padre Pio understood this suffering more than most. For 50 years, he bore the wounds of Christ in his own body, bleeding, burning, constant pain, but he never complained. Why? Because he united his suffering to Mary's. He said, suffering born in union with the cross becomes a weapon of salvation. The demons tried to use his pain against him, to make him bitter, angry, despairing, but instead he offered it, and every time he did, hell lost ground. This is why the enemy hates Our Lady of Sorrows, because she transforms suffering into power. She takes what the devil meant for destruction and turns it into redemption. When you invoke her under this title, you're telling the enemy, you can hurt me, but you can't win. Now here's what you need to understand. Knowing these titles isn't enough. You have to use them. You have to activate the protection they offer. So I'm going to give you 3 spiritual weapons, simple, practical, devastating, that you can use today. Weapon 1. Invoke a title with intention. Don't just say Hail Mary out of habit. Stop. Breathe. Choose one of these titles. Say it slowly. Our Lady of the Rosary, protect me. Or Our Lady of Mount Carmel, cover me with your mantle. That's it. But say it with your heart. The benefit? You open a door, you place yourself under heaven's radar, and the enemy loses access. Weapon 2. Offer a small sacrifice united to Mary. It doesn't have to be extreme. Skip a complaint. Hold your tongue. Help someone without expecting thanks. But before you do it, say this interiorly. Our Lady of Sorrows, I unite this small pain to yours. When you do that, your suffering stops being wasted. It becomes ammunition, and the devil can't manipulate it anymore. Weapon 3. Pray 1 decade of the Rosary with full awareness. Not fast, not distracted. Look at each word, feel each Hail Mary, and before you start, say, Our Lady of the Rosary, fight for me. This activates an invisible battle. Angels are dispatched, demons are pushed back, and you gain strength, clarity, peace. These 3 weapons aren't complicated, but they're powerful, because they don't depend on formulas, they depend on your faith. Now, if you want to go deeper, if you want a complete guide to praying the Rosary with the same intensity Padre Pio did, I've prepared something for you. It's called The Power of the Rosary with Padre Pio. Miracles, protection, and divine graces. This isn't just theory, it's a spiritual arsenal. Inside, you'll discover how to pray the Rosary with more devotion and depth, not just repeating words, but entering the battle. Real miracles and testimonies from people who experienced its power firsthand. Padre Pio's most impactful teachings and quotes about prayer, straight from the saint who fought demons daily. A 30-day prayer guide with daily intentions to strengthen your faith, 1 day at a time, and special prayers for protection, healing, and deliverance, ready to use when the enemy attacks. You can download it completely free. The link is in the description below. Don't wait. The enemy doesn't. You've just learned 5 titles of Mary that hell cannot stand. 5 ways the Mother of God acts with authority in this world. And you've been given 3 concrete paths to place yourself under her protection. Invoke her name with faith. Offer your life with meaning. Pray with your heart. If you do this, you won't be alone. Mary will walk with you. She will cover you with her mantle. And in the darkest moments, she will be your refuge. Let's end with a short prayer. Repeat this in your heart. Blessed Virgin Mary, Mother of Sorrows, Queen of the Rosary, Lady of Mount Carmel, Guadalupe and Fatima, I place myself under your protection today. Cover me, defend me, crush the enemy beneath your heel. And now, seal this prayer by typing 1 word in the comments, Amen. Where Mary is, the devil has no place. And today can be the day you decide to live under her shield. Trust her, surrender, and let the Mother of God transform your life from the invisible into the eternal.